Hi everyone, we're going to find the exact solution for this equation by completing the square. So the first thing we're going to do is notice when we do a perfect square trinomial, we need our lead coefficient to be 1. In our case, our a is -2, and I need that to be 1. Our lead coefficient is -2. So what I'm going to do is factor it out. So let's write this out as -2x squared plus 13x, and I'm going to go ahead and subtract the -7. I'm going to take this side, and basically you're kind of like dividing by -2. But instead of losing your divider, just factor it out, and you get x squared minus 13 halves x. And now to complete the square, we're going to add this b squared, b divided by 2 squared. Then we have this -7, and you also have to add this on both sides. You can't just add something on one side of the equation and not on the other. Let's go ahead and take this time to divide both sides by -2. So this goes away. So basically you're crossing that out. I'm just going to erase it. Alright, so now that we have this, and then also this is going to be positive. So it's positive, and we'll fix that in a minute. All right, so now we're going to take our b, which is -13 halves divided by 2, or basically you're multiplying it by 1/2. So this is really going to be -13/4 squared. That gives you 169 divided by 16. Also add that here, 169 divided by 16. All right, so that is your b divided by 2 squared. Now you have a perfect square trinomial. That means I can condense it and write it this way, which is going to help me solve for x. So now I have x minus, just take half of this. So 1/2 times 13 halves is 13/4. And square it. Now we have to add 7 halves plus, remember these are both pluses. Let me get rid of that, looks funny. All right, plus 169/16. So we need the same denominator. So I'm going to need an 8. Multiply this by 8. So multiply this by 8. So you get 56 plus 169. And this is going to give you 225 divided by 16. So now we can solve this. I don't have, let me try to memorize this before I move on. Okay, so we have x minus 13/4 squared equals 225 divided by 16, I believe it was. Let me just double check. Yes. All right. Now, all you have to do is square root both sides. Don't forget to do your plus and minus here. All right, so this gives you x minus 13/4 equals plus or minus square root of 225 is 15. Square root of 16 is 4. Now, just add 13/4 to both sides. Now you have to simplify this, so we're going to get, take these apart. So we have x equals 15 plus 13/4, which is 28/4, which equals 7. So there's one solution. And let's take the minus. Minus 15/4 plus 13/4. 2x equals -2/4, which equals -1/2. So your solutions are x equals 7, or x equals, this was -1/2. Remember, when you're doing the plus and minus, it's really when you say, you're saying plus or minus. So always use the word or here. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.